All right, welcome to episode 43 of My FX Buddies, the podcast. And I say podcast because there's a blog, there's video on Spotify.com. But, and what is it? Rumble.com, My FX Buddies, there's the video there, but that video is the exact same video that I put on the blog, but I know some people like what they like. The other thing, there's a transcript. RSS.com has a transcript. My FX Buddies. And what's the other thing I was going to say? The blog is myfxbuddies.com. You could try it. Guess what? I think if you put the HTTPS as in Sam and then do myfxbuddies.com, you get right to, oh my, look at that blatant foul. Okay, they called it. I'm watching Dallas. I can't stand the Dallas Mavericks. And the Clippers are winning for now. Anyway, okay, there was one other thing. Oh, YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, you're not really watching. You're listening to the podcast. That's why the image doesn't change. And if you want to see the images, which you're probably going to want to for this episode, then under what seems to be a video, there's a box and the word more. And you click on the word more, and then the link to the blog is there, and the video's there. And all the stuff I'm about to go over. And it's a lot. I apologize. We're probably looking at 40 minutes. But it's 2 days, and I tried to do it yesterday, but it just didn't work out. All right. So, we all know Sudani's back. He's back. From his visit, his very successful visit, there's his picture. They tweeted that. That's the government of Iraq. And then here is, they put a nice bullet list. And I'm not going to go over this because there's other things I'd rather talk about. And you can go to the blog and read this list. And plus, I'm sure it's everywhere else. And then here's an article listing those bullet points. So, all right. Let's see. Now, the governor of the CBI, he did speak, but it was in Arabic. But I did get some preliminary notes. It was nothing exciting. I'll read you. So he said the priority of the CBI is to pay down foreign debt, and then also external debt. I don't know what the difference is, but it's probably just a translation issue. But yeah, so that's the priority of the CBI right now, is to pay down foreign debt. He said the CBI consistently monitors for financial frauds and alerts and reports it. The CBI supports fair competition between banks and private banks. Citizens prefer to use government banks because those private banks are owned by Iranian politicians, right? That was made known to us. Okay, let's see. The CBI was able to reduce inflation, and they have the numbers there. Plus, there's an article, but I'll post that tomorrow. We'll talk about that tomorrow. I think it's down to 7. They reduced it 7.5% or something. I don't know. He said the relations with the IMF are strong. They need coordination and consultation with the IMF. They approached the firm, the IMF, for cooperation, and the IMF welcomed the reconciliation. He said, we need that should be to arrange our financial policy with international standards. I like that. The CBI seeks to diversify economic resources. And then there was a note here. There was conversation about dinar and dollar, but no words were put on the screen. Isn't that interesting? So there was nothing there to translate because they didn't put any words. And you say, well, how do you know? You can tell. They say dolari dollar. It's very, if you're listening, you can, then dinari, depending on who the person is, right? But dinari, you can tell when they're saying dollar or dinar. Okay, so that's it. Nothing exciting. I know people were pumping it up. Oh, it's gonna be an RV announcement. No, it was just an interview. But anyway, all right. So we go on, right? Okay. So that's that. And there's more in this article. Talking about reforming the banking system, fighting money laundering, and all that stuff. If you want to read that. Okay, what's this? All right. Also, he stayed, Alialak stayed through, and the finance minister, they stayed till the end of the DC meeting. Or no, I thought these were held in New York. Yeah, that might be wrong. But it's the annual spring meetings for the IMF, World Bank. Maybe they go back and forth, who knows. But whatever. Okay, let's see. And this is really good news. The central bank U.S. restrictions on Iraqi banks will be lifted soon. So remember I was saying, I'm not sure, they didn't really put a positive, a definite answer. And, soon isn't really definite anyway, right? But I do think, like I said, because of that new committee that they made, I don't even know the name of it, but because of the new committee they put together, I think they're gonna lift those sanctions and just work with those banks, watch them really closely, tell them, hey, this is how you smuggle money without getting caught. I believe that too. But anyway, all right, let's see. So then here's an article. The Ministry of Finance specifies steps that must be taken before canceling the currency selling window in Iraq. So it said what to do, but did not specify the exact time to start the decision. Surprise, surprise, right? So, and here they are. Iraq proposes to provide a technical support program from the IMF to provide its financial sector with expertise. So I believe that's what Alialak said to the interviewer. We approached the IMF for education, and they said, yeah, we'll teach you. So that's him there. And look, see, he knows English and Arabic well. Here's the Minister of Finance, and she's listening in the headphones. So he could have did that interview in English. They know we over here watching. But anyway. All right. So, and they have actually moved on. They are super excited about Erdogan's visit, and I think he's already there. I was I was trying to find the live, um, the live, the interview. So I was looking at different channels, and they had Erdogan there with Sudani, and supposedly Erdogan hasn't been in Iraq. They're giving him a 21 gun salute. And so the show that I was watching, Erdogan was walking with his wife, and then all of a sudden the wife stopped and he walked on this carpet that appears to be blue. And he got in front of these men with rifles, but the rifles were down at their side. And then those people, they cut away from that scene and went to the people that were talking. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't trust anything. But we'll see if tomorrow they show what I saw today and they say this is happening live, I'm going to say no, it isn't. But, they have to do what they have to do, especially because, let me show you this also. Almost immediately after the interview went off, a security source reported on Sunday that several missiles were launched from Iraqi territory towards an American base in Syria, I believe, in eastern Syria. So, and also there was another, so this just happened today, Sunday. There was another thing that happened that I put all the way down at the bottom of the blog. But there was a base that was attacked. Let me see. In Kurdistan, this name right here, I don't know how to say it. Kalsu, Kalsu. I don't know if it's Kurdistan. I think it is because it's these people right here, these PMF forces. And guess who wants to get rid of the PMF forces? At least one person I know does not like them, and that's Erdogan. So, but now they're not saying, they're trying to blame us. They're trying to say Israel did it. They're trying to say we did it. See, confirmation of the unaliving of a member of the PMF and the formation of a committee to examine the causes of the mysterious explosion. And there's just this big crater, in the ground. What could possibly have caused that? So those things are happening, and I'm sure no one else is gonna tell you about that because they only want to talk about the positive stuff. But you know me, that's why I tell you don't get on the roller coaster. Only listen to what's not gonna make you anxious. And I'm certainly not gonna make you anxious because I'm telling you June. Or maybe that's a different type of anxiety. Anyway, all right, so back to this. Okay. Oh, we're doing good. 11 minutes. And we're halfway through. Yeah, so they have some really big things expected. One article says there's going to be 20 memorandums of understanding signed. Another one says 40. The Iraqi government says a big surprise in Erdogan's historic visit to Baghdad. So, see, they've already moved on. They ain't even talking about Ali Alak. I can't find it. I was thinking almost instantly some articles would come out saying what he talked about, but not yet. Let me tell you okay, Sudani visit. So before Sudani left, he went to the Iraqi embassy in Washington. And boy, did they have some good conversation. I'm sure. And it's not in this article what they talked about. But he did say, work with our people, work with them in the foreign ministry department, and if they want to come home, help them come home. So, let's see. And this is Sudani speaking. We have reached satisfactory solutions with the U.S. Treasury to address the conditions of the sanctioned banks. So that was kind of a hint that they were going to remove the sanctions. And this is a short article, very concise. So if you want to read one, this would be the one to read. But I see this here. There will be reforms within these banks under the supervision of the CBI so that dollar dealings of these banks will be addressed in the future. I apologize that it's a nice warm day today. I have the window open. Okay, now this is really interesting, and at first I was gonna ignore it, but something was like digging at me. Don't ignore this. Don't ignore this. Iraq officially joins the Singapore Trade Agreement. And I have been seeing a lot about Singapore. People moving there, people moving their money there. I don't know. I don't know. I'm asking for, why am I hearing these things? Because I darn sure don't want to move to no Singapore. I'm sorry. Nothing wrong. I want to visit, but anyway, so I think this is a good segue to the World Trade Organization. The Singapore Agreement will facilitate international trade by enabling disputing parties to easily enforce and recall settlement agreements across borders. So, yeah, and there he is signing. I don't know whose flag that is. Isn't that NATO's flag? I don't know, but whatever. So they did that. So maybe that's important. Maybe it's not. Here, the next meetings with the American side will be held in Baghdad. So remember I said there's going to be meetings. They're going to be with Turkey. I believe Sudani will meet with the Kurds. Or each ministry, like the finance ministry of the Baghdad, may go meet with the Kurdish finance ministry. Somehow, they need to be filled in on what happened since they weren't there. Apparently, it seems they weren't there. They need to be filled in. But so now, we have all these deals made or memorandums of understanding. So the appropriate staff to continue building, right, and actually getting things up and running. Now they have to go over to Iraq and get it started. Hey. Remember that? What's his name? MC Hammer. Anyway, Parliament is heading to begin its recess. Is this going to be a problem? Who knows? The only thing is the budget. So, they go on recess the 9th of May. So there's plenty of time, right? Plenty of time for them to get the budget to them and get it signed, amended or whatever they have to do. And they have some laws, according to laws, what can be done. But it says there is no need to extend the legislative term unless the budget law arrives. So they're already making plans. What's this? So this was today, earlier today. They put out an article. I thought this was interesting. Look at this. So central bank reveals the amount of bank's reserves of dollars and gold, which I don't believe either of these numbers. But he revealed this. So he was interviewed with CNBC Arabic, and I tried to find it, but I couldn't. I didn't try that hard, let me tell you. But I'll try again. But it says the CNBC Arabic website that the central bank has foreign reserves of more than $100 billion, indicating the bank's gold reserves amount to more than 130 tons, that's gold, most of which are located in England. Why? I don't know. And then I just like this picture. So I put that picture. Well, it was part of the article. So, all right. Here, this came out on Saturday. The Parliamentary Finance Committee, Parliamentary Security and Defense Committee. Guess what they said on Saturday? Iraq has regained its regional role and influence in the world. Woohoo! I like that. But, they need to change their money. Okay, so here are some videos. This is a 14-minute interview. Let's see if I can. No, it's not going to play. But it's here if you want to watch it. It's some guy, it's PBS. He has some pretty good questions, not like little fluff questions. And Sudani answered. It was pretty interesting. Now this one, if you listen to the Atlantic Council question and answer thing, there was a lady that busted in. There she is. This is her. Her sister is kidnapped. I don't know. I don't know if they know where she is, or I think that's the problem. They don't know where she is. I don't know. Anyway, she was yelling. She didn't cuss, and she was yelling, and it took them a really long time to cut her off. But at the end, after Sudani answers the RV question, he addresses her. But the thing is, she probably wasn't in the room anymore. They probably had removed her. So, if you want to watch that, I have it here on the blog. Okay, oh look, yes, not gonna take that long. That's, oh, no, that's everything. So, oh my God. So I figured out when I'm talking and get a telegram message, the sound goes down for you. So that is, if anyone wondered, how come the sound goes in and out? I get telegram notifications and it interferes with the sound. So we're done because I already told you about this. I don't really go over this too much because I don't really like to talk about it because of that word right there. And then 6 were wounded. And life is life to me. I don't care what color you are, what language you speak. It's always sad when. Anyway, yeah, so that's why I don't like to read those stories. But yeah, so that's where we are. It was a good weekend, I feel. Um, and let's see what this week brings. And if there are any articles that come out about Alak's interview, I'll put them on the blog in post production. All right. So I hope you had a good weekend. Mine was, same as always, but good though. I appreciate every day I'm here. I appreciate it. All right. So thank you. I got a couple of new subscribers. I don't like to say hello. Welcome, welcome. And wherever you're listening or watching, however you enjoy this content, if there's a follow or join or whatever button, push that. Spotify's doing something. I'm going to wait till the very last minute, but they want me to update something or change something. So I'm not sure how that's going to affect the postings, but I'm just letting you know if I disappear wherever you're listening, if you don't hear anything for like 2 weeks, then that means you have to find me somewhere else if you care to. Oh, wait. You know what? There is something, a big something. It's not here. That's why. Okay. I am going to have to find. Yeah, why is it not here? And you know what? If it's not here, then that means I forgot something else too. I knew this was going to be long. Okay, well, I tried to do a YouTube short. Okay, you heard me say try. And it didn't work. So, let me see. Here, we can get rid of this. Bear with me. But this is good. This is good. I think this is big. Well, I don't like it, for one thing. And I think this is big. Alright. Iraqi National Card in the States. So you see this video at 60 seconds. But anyway, so, oh no, I'm not gonna be able, well wait, let's see. So it's the second phase of the National and Internal Card Project. So they talked about this at the Washington Embassy. Look at this. They've set this up, and are these military people? This looks to me like that is military. Or maybe the people who work at the embassy, maybe they dress like that. I don't know. But so here they are. He's taking this guy's picture. See, there's a camera in his hand. He's taking his picture. This one, they're scanning the eyes. And look, it just looks like some binoculars. But on their national card, it has all their information, their birth date, um, everything. It has a number for them. Somehow they take these images and they turn them into information on the little chip. Yes. So this machine right here takes all their fingerprints, not just the thumb, all of them. And then I don't know what this one's doing to this person down here. But, okay, so they're doing that. Let's see. Okay, and here's the article. So today, Sunday, the Ministry of Interior announced the start of the second phase of the National Card Project. And I never talk about this because until this article, I believed it was totally, I hate when I say totally, anyway, only in Iraq, an in-country thing. But no, no, no. The United States people can go to their embassies. They're starting in Washington, but instructing to provide the best services to the Iraqi community there, and an implementation of the directives of the Minister of Interior, and under direct and field supervision, blah, 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 begin registering citizens. Therefore, the second phase of the National Card Project, which was announced by the Minister of Interior on March 30th, has begun with the registration of Iraqis residing in this state. And it will be followed by registration operations in Iraqi embassies in other countries, and in accordance with the plan prepared for this in the service of the public interest. Yes. And what do I always say? Because it's in the interest of you to be tracked by a card. But also, I believe they're going to be like, hey, you want exchange? Better go get your card, right? I bet you they're going to do that because they're going to want to know, just like the U.S. wants to know where all their money is, right? They're going to want to know where all their people have their money. Isn't that sad? That is so sad. But at the same time, I think this is forward movement getting, preparation for the exchange. Like I said, I don't like it, but that's why Americans, U.S. citizens, whatever you call yourself, when they start trying to tell us we need to have a national ID card, no, we don't. We already have a driver's license. We already have a driver's license. Some people even have passports. We don't need no national ID card. Anyway, that's my opinion. So yeah. So there may have been one or two other items I planned to cover, but they're not here, and I can't go to where I have my stuff, because then you'll see stuff I don't want you to see. All right, but anyway, so I hope this was helpful. We really are at a time where we haven't been. They even have an article about the other prime ministers that have come and didn't do much. And you know what? I might be able to show you. I'll show you this. See, here's the announcement of those missiles. Let me think. Think. Here. Here. Sudani's visit to Washington in the economic balance. Was it successful? So there's already haters like, well, they didn't get our troops out. They didn't talk about our troops. And what else? He's like, yeah, you talk about the money, but what about getting the troops out? So there's more than one of those, but I just wanted to show you that. Yeah, 'cause I feel I'm forgetting something. But if it's really urgent, I'll put it in post-production and I'll put like a note, an asterisk, an arrow saying, hey, this was added post-production. All right, thanks for listening. Now we're at 30 minutes, so we'll go. Um, what do I say? Accumulate while we wait for the rate to appreciate. Don't miss any mails and pay all your bills. Thank you for listening. Enjoy the rest of your night, evening, whatever time frame you're enjoying this content. And until next time.